sometimes when files are shared with you, it can be a bit tricky to work out where they actually belong. So, for example, someone has a file in their My Drive, and they share it with you. The file remains in their drive, and you just have access to it. Equally, if they create a shared folder, you can only actually see it through the initial sharing email or the shared with me section of My Drive down the side. Now, this is quite well organized. It's done by name, it's done by when they're shared, who shared it to you, and when it was shared. But there is an option where you can sort of bring it into your drive without bringing the actual file in. So if you right click on any of the files in there, you get the option here of so-called add shortcut to drive. Now, you've got the same icon up there because Google likes doing it with icons if you don't want to right click. But if you add a shortcut to your drive, it means that you're not actually moving the file into your drive. The file still exists. It belongs to that person. It's in their My Drive, but you're putting a shortcut. So it's not, doesn't say move or place here. You can choose where you put a shortcut to that file. So I'm going to put this into My Drive because it'll be useful there. And I'll just click add a shortcut and it will drop in. Now, the shortcut in My Drive behaves just like a file. When I double click on it, it will appear as an item in the list. And when I double click on it, it will take me to this file on someone else's My Drive. It's just a little bit more useful for organizing. Again, there's another way of doing it. If I go into the file, so double click on one, and this one has been added, so you can see that it says organize up at the top because I've already added that shortcut into it somewhere, into My Drive. Now, it also works with ones that you haven't added that have been sent via Google Docs or any other piece of software. So if I open up this file, you can see that this one has been shared to me, just a normal share as part of a lesson. It's not on My Drive, so I can't organize it. However, I can add a shortcut to My Drive. So I think, yep, this belongs on another person's My Drive, but I'm going to add it to My Drive as well. I'm not making a copy of the file. I'm just adding a shortcut to the file. So at this point, I've added a shortcut so I can organize that shortcut and I can get to it at any point via that shortcut rather than having to come through every time and go to shared with me to find a file or search through my emails. Quite a powerful little tool, having little shortcuts. Just remember that the other person still has all the permissions over it. They've chosen to share a file with you. If they've decided that they want to revoke that permission, even if you've got a shortcut to it, you won't be able to get to the file. They could also change your access level. So at the moment, on this Disney Song Links, I'm an editor. I can do anything with it. The other person might change the settings and remove my ability to edit this file. If I want to make a copy of it, which is my own, I need to be going up to File and then make a copy. As soon as I make a copy, it's renaming it as something different, and that file becomes the property of me. Now, remember as well, especially if I'm getting something from an external source such as the internet, this option can be denied to me. So someone might have put a file up on the internet, but not let you make a copy of it. In that case, you probably need to respect that and think, well, why don't they want me making a copy of it? Have they said they're going to leave it as shared forever, or are they just doing it as a limited time thing, or is it for a single use? So just think about the permissions on that one. But again, if you want to help organize it, and if you like me and you like physically seeing things in your drive and you get uncomfortable about just searching for everything, the make a shortcut link is excellent to use. Keep an eye out as well. If a file's got it up there, next to it, this little icon, the little folder icon, or on the right-hand side for a PDF, it means that you've got either the file or a shortcut to the file somewhere in your drive. If you've got that little add shortcut icon, it means that actually at the moment you only sort of have a tentative grip on it and it just lives in shared with me. So it's good for bringing it in-house and bringing a copy of it back to your own desk, so to speak. Have an explore with it, have a try out with it. Again, there's lots of different ways of doing this. It's what suits you best. You can, of course, have multiple shortcuts to the same file. So, if you really, really wanted to have this tube map file, you could have a link to it, a shortcut to it in every single file in your drive and your shared drive if you really wanted to, because again, there's only one copy of it. We're all leading back to the same place rather than if we make a copy, which is where we start duplicating. Subtle difference,